Perfect. And then Saw doesn't have a mic, huh? You just pass it to him.
Yeah, we'll pass it.
All right, cool. Oh, looks like we're sponsored by who's that? Fanta Orange, Bidbird, and Sprite.
Right.
Obey your thirst.
There you go.
And Skittles.
And Skittles. Oh my gosh. Pulling in all the high fructose corn syrup in today, huh?
We're going to talk about foods that cause cancer.
Yeah, don't forget to look towards the main phone when you guys are talking. Yeah, look there towards that. But nah, man, we're up and live. We're running. Thank you guys for all the meeting with me today, meeting with us, the show, Encourager show. We'll just get going. It looks like you guys are frozen right now. Can you guys move around so I know that? Okay, the camera. Okay, yeah, there you go. Now it's unfrozen. Well, what's up, gentlemen? Thank you for being on the show today.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? Sorry about last week. That was totally my bad. I had a little bit of work conflict, run over a little bit longer than I thought I was supposed to be, but went ahead and charged them for that. You know what I'm saying? But how you guys been?
Been good.
Good. We've been good. Some Reno boys living in Utah.
That's what I'm saying. This is our whole Reno reunion right here, man.
Yeah, it is.
The brothers. Just to get started, who can you guys just say your names for those of the people that are just listening to this podcast episode? Just go around from left to right and just say who you are and where you're from.
I'm Spencer Alcubea. Grew up in Reno and been in Utah since 2004.
I didn't realize you've been there that long, so
Yeah.
that's what's up.
My name is Bill Lewis. Born in Fiji. Grew up in Reno, a little bit in the Bay, and some here in Utah. But moved back here to Utah in 2011.
Right on. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Bill.
My name is Ula Moala. Reno native. Been back and forth from here, Reno and Salt Lake, but I live here permanently now. So, been good.
That's what's up, guys. That's what's up. And thank you guys for coming on, making the time to be here with me and talk to us on the show. And we just kind of wanted to. We've had each of you individually. We had Spencer on with Bidbird earlier, in one of our earlier episodes, and then we also had Bill. Bill was one of our first guests to ever come on the Encourager show and talked a little bit about his art. But since then, man, you guys have just been blossoming, man. His artwork has taken off, and Bidbird. Spencer, you guys have been taking off too, and then Ula, yourself, you're an entrepreneur as well, correct? You have your own business, correct?
Yeah, I do.
Explain your
tree work now.
everyone that's listening. Talk a little bit about your business. What do you do for your business?
Oh, so yeah, I've been doing tree work for a little over 16 years now, and I figured it's about time to start my own thing. And I talked to the boys out here as well as my wife, and backed me on it, and we're taking off. This is our second year running, so it's been good. We've been blessed. We do anything from tree trimming, tree removals, stump grinding. Yeah, pretty much anything you need done with trees. Other than planting, we're still thinking about getting into that.
You broke up a little bit when you were saying that last part. What were you saying, Ula?
Other than planting trees, we haven't got into that yet. But we'll take your trees down or make them look nice.
Nice, man. How'd you get it? How did you? I know you're such a hard worker. I don't know for people a lot of people that don't know who you are and knew how you grew up, man. You've always been a hard worker. You just stuck to your head to the ground and just grinded it out. So how did you yourself get involved in the tree business? You said 16 years now?
Yeah. So it was it's one of those things that just happened. I was looking in to get work, and I got a hold of a guy named Ed, and he gave me an opportunity with tree work. I had no idea that this even existed, but he gave me a chance, and ever since then, I fell in love with the kind of work it was, um, and I got to learn a lot of new skills and techniques in this work. But yeah, it takes care of my family, it pays the bills, and I don't see anything I'm gonna be doing other than getting Bidbird out and seeing what we can do.
That's what's up, man. You know, I talked a little bit to Bill about the Bidbird, the move or the initiative that you guys are doing here. Can you guys, anyone, what's going on? Like you guys are all three entrepreneurs. You guys are all hardworking men, and you know, providing for your families. What did how did you guys decided to combine into what you guys are doing right now? What is it that you guys are doing?
Great question. You know, like like we were saying in our introductions, we're originally from Reno, and so growing up out there, you know, was a different childhood. You know, our parents came out here, migrated out here for us to have a better opportunity than what they got when they grew up. And it's weird. We all kind of naturally made our way out this way because whatever was happening in our lives, we felt like the opportunity was better out here in Salt Lake. And so we've kept in touch over the years since we've been here, and we've supported each other in each of our entrepreneur endeavors. And, you know, it just kind of finally got to a point where we were just like, hey, wouldn't it be awesome for us to team up on something that we could share together like we used to when we were kids? And so that's where Bidbird came into play. And so I think what also got us excited is that we have a variety of different experiences um, in different businesses that we can help each other get even farther together than just by ourselves.
Oh, that's what's up. So each of you have your own businesses, successful businesses, and you've decided to team up into it's Bidbird, right? You're wearing the fanny packs, you have the merch all over plastered against the wall there. So that's the collective for all you guys. Explain how that's going to work. What do you guys? What's going on? How does that work with this?
So we wanted to branch out and just kind of combine our heads together and utilize Bidbird as a platform to just pretty much help other people with whatever type of business or type of ventures that they are doing. And we want Bidbird to help elevate them by whether it's consulting, networking. We're planning on doing a podcast as well, but we're bringing a different twist to it. And so we just want it to be like a platform that's available for up and coming, you know, entrepreneurs, business-minded people, investors. It's pretty much limitless, but we just want to take each other's skills from, you know, Saw and sales and Ula with hard work, and then we kind of combine all that, like our all the different type of skills that we have, and we were kind of pushing that towards Bidbird. And so people that watch this, they can kind of get a general idea of what it is that we want to do with it. And it's just something that we feel like we want to do more instead of just kind of what we're doing individually. So we just kind of want to just have it be a platform, and then we feel like we bring a different twist as far as like having like that urban background, business background, and then, you know, blue collar hard work background. So just kind of a mesh of all of that.
Okay. How did this like how did you guys sitting there in a circle one day just talking, and who came up with the idea? How did this form?
Yeah, pretty much is what it was just having conversations about it, and just like anything, talk about it enough, we start to get ideas that we feel that's gonna, you know, push us to that next level of just acting on it. But it's still a lot of things a lot of ideas that we have that we're gonna bring out that I feel is gonna help a lot of people in the future, and get people connected.
That's what's up. Go ahead, Spencer.
Yeah, I think just to add on to that, um, when we would sit down and we'd hang out for the times that we would be able to get together, because again, it's really hard to have three of our schedules be able to match up to where we can spend a couple hours with each other. But I think after having a couple of those sessions, whether it's mixing or just hanging out or grabbing something to eat, um, we over time the conversation got a little bit more real on there. And so, we talk about Ula, he's been in the tree industry for over a decade. And, he's ventured off and he has a really successful business where most of his clients are along the Wasatch Front. They take up a ton of real estate that he does. So he's constantly busy and he's always interacting with all types of people that are also successful business entrepreneurs out here in Utah. You look at Bill, Bill is very successful. He's always been artistic, but he's found a way to monetize his talents. And he has clients all over the world on there. And so you think about all the people that he interacts with and that he has relationships with. And then, as well as myself, I've been in the sales industry and ventured off and started my own consulting company earlier this year. And I'm just in a different different space of different-minded people as well. And so we figured, hey, we touch a lot of the different people in the business spectrum. How awesome would it be for us to work together collectively and be able to use our resources and our connections to help advance other people that are looking to start their entrepreneurial goals in the community.
Man, that's a great thing. You guys all have diverse backgrounds through the years. You guys have developed your own experiences and relationships, and I think that's a powerful thing that you guys are doing. You're combining your talents, it's combining your efforts, your work experiences, your life experiences, and bringing it into an umbrella, which is going to be called a Bidbird now. That's the whole
Bidbird.
Bidbird. And that's that's important to know for our listeners today in this podcast. And it's important to know that if relationships are the foundation of leadership. You guys know about that? Relationships are the foundation of leadership.
Yep.
And then not only that, but partnerships are the foundations for growth. That's deep thing, man. So if you want to achieve your dream, if you want to achieve something that's greater than you, you have to partner with people. And that's just a principle of life that comes from just reading the scriptures. You can learn that through that medium. You can learn it through watching social media things, all those positive messages that be sharing out there. But also something that John Maxwell, he's one of the leadership gurus of the world. He teaches a lot about that. I've been watching him, and I was reading part of his book that talked about that. So it was a great thing to lead into what you guys are trying to do, because if relationships are the foundation of leadership, then partnerships are the foundation of growth. And you guys are doing that. So that's props off to you three gentlemen and your families, because it's not just you three, right? You guys have wives and children. So props out to your wives and your families for supporting you for this initiative. And man, just go get it. I believe in what you guys are doing. You guys are super talented. I know you guys growing up here in Reno. You know what I'm saying? So hats off to you guys for that. So how are you guys going to move? How do you move forward to this? What's the next step for you guys?
Yeah, so first we're going to start off with our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be anything like crazy, but what we're trying to do is just trying to have a quick interview, hit some key points with specific people that we've invited to be on the podcast, and then to see if like anybody who sees this might want to jump on it, and then it's just to kind of talk about what they're doing and what like plans are for the future, or if they're struggling somewhere, if they have people that they need to network with, so we could plug them in. I think individually we've built a big circle of people that we can connect, one to the other, and so we'll reach out to others to do that. And then we can also talk about like the consulting part of it, and then just kind of move in from there. So right now we want to do this podcast so that people are aware of what we're doing. The merch is something just to kind of promote Bidbird and what we're doing. So the merchandise definitely will help. And we're pretty artsy. I know me and Sa have a background in art, and so we're trying to bring like that new swag, that new drip, make it more modern, but at the same time try to utilize like the typical business part of it, where we're promoting, we're marketing, we're networking. So it's just kind of like all of that. So it's just going to be like a rough, yeah.
So based on like we had Spencer talking with us earlier in the podcast, earlier in one of our earlier episodes, and we all recognize Bidbird as being almost like a conglomerate of sports cards and design or art design. And so how are you three gentlemen plan on differentiating that, or when we hear the word Bidbird, that we're not thinking about sports cards, we're not thinking about that we can be inclusive, to know that there is a entrepreneurial shift that's happening within your guys' group, like not just sports cards, not just arts. How do we know that? How are we going to know that there's an art side to this, there's an entrepreneurial side, a hardworking side of the tree, over a decade worth of tree business industry inside of Bidbird? How are we going to how are you going to let the people know that? How is because it's to not, your name's Bidbird is strong, like a lot of people already know you for your brand of being with sports cards and such. So what's the plan there moving forward?
That's a really great question. It's really the only way we're going to be able to do that is from the messaging that we.
So hold it a little bit closer to your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
It's better.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that's a great question. The only way that we're going to be able to do that is going to be future messaging on there, but when you talk about entrepreneurs and what we want to do to help support and encourage the newer generations that are coming in, you think about Bidbird and what it was before. It really was nothing. It was just a crazy idea and a passion for all things nostalgic. And so I think moving forward, using a lot of that framework to attract people to come and be a little bit more curious on what we're doing moving forward is going to be the key.
Okay. That's what's up.
Another thing to add on to is just the different types of people that we come across individually with our areas of work. But I wouldn't run into people that Saul would run into, a Bill. So you can get different aspects of where they're at, as far as work goes and interviews, things that we could talk about, and then make those kind of connections with those who are out there trying to get it or started or hasn't started, but it's more to promote people to get active and promote their own businesses. And yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a different perspective than I was thinking. So it's not necessarily that if we need I need to cut my tree or something in the back of my yard, is that something I could hit Ula up individually, or do I hit Bidbird up the the housing or the how would that work?
Well, I think we're gonna have links to the Bidbird. I mean, eventually we're gonna try and combine our websites or links to where we can get a hold of that kind of work, or you know.
Just like I talked about, like with the networking thing, it's just kind of like the plugging thing, right? So if you are looking for somebody that's in the tree profession, we'll plug you in with Ula. If you're looking for someone that's in like the profession of sales, we'll plug you with Sa, or with art, me, or you know, IT with someone else, or someone else, or someone else, podcasting, someone else. You know what I mean? We just kind of will be a source to all different kind of things, because there's so many different walks of life that everybody want to do, but Bidbird could be that source for you to get plugged into the right people. If
Oh,
I know a
see.
bunch of professional sports athletes, you know what I mean, I'll reach out to a sport athlete to plug you in.
That's amazing. So it's okay. I see. Moving forward, and just take a minute to welcome Jake here from all the way from North Carolina, and also Tech all the way from down the
Jake?
street.
What's up, Jake?
What's up? What's up?
A tab right there.
What's up, Tech?
What up?
What up, Tech?
Builds. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
So we're here, gentlemen. If you're just now tuning in, just listening still, we're here with three successful, hardworking young entrepreneurs who are combined forces in their own rights through three different professions to create a conglomerate, like a house, which will be known, not a house, what would I say? Like an umbrella company for people to access information, which will now be known as Bidbird. Is that correct? Like in a short elevator pitch, that's what I'm getting the gist of? Is that,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, man. I'm just from what I'm gathering right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's we're trying to start it slowly as far as like introducing it to everybody. Like I said, we're gonna do a couple things at a time, and then one of our goals is to grow it and to just kind of see where it goes.
See where it evolves from there.
Yeah.
What better way though? I'm coming in late, so excuse me if I'm off topic a little bit, but what better way to share our network with people, especially where it's like so one thing with the podcast, what we do here with the encouragers is like kind of like at scale. I think what you're looking at here is knowing that you have somebody that has a business that can take care of somebody, and it's legit, and they're going to take care of the customer or whoever you refer to. And just knowing the bang for your buck these days, where everybody's trying to sell you something, and when you're able to provide something within your network, within your umbrella, to use Notice's word there, that's huge value, especially in all times, but especially right now where the average household is paying an extra $700 a month right now. So return on investment for each one of your dollars, I think, is huge. And you being able to refer services that provide a great value to families out there, I think that's key, especially right now.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, it's huge, man. And you ain't got to far. What you guys are doing is amazing, because you don't have to start big as far as numbers goes. Like you can start as long as you start big, like thinking, right? Thinking and applying and sharing your knowledge, your thinking, your energy, the way you're moving with others. I think that'll catch on fire. You don't have to start big as far as numbers, but you start big as far as thinking. And I think that's where you guys are leading. You're getting out of your comfort zone. You're adding another avenue of thinking to people to be able to add to their lives, right? Add value to people's lives by letting them know that, it's okay to partner with people. It's okay to partner with people that are successful, And I think that's what you guys are doing. You guys are
What
helping.
better way to partner up than the Cocos right here, man? Day one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think
100%.
the end goal, what it would look like is hopefully, if we've done a good job, um, is that Bidbird is just another vehicle for individuals to get exposure on it. So, I think we've all talked about it, even you guys, right? Even with what you guys created at Encouragers, it's like, man, if the generation before would have done this to set us up, we would have been that much farther. And so I think with us talking, it's like, man, we don't want the next generation to feel that way. What if we just was a resource to help on there? So we're not worried about too much about growing a successful business. We just want to create a place where we can help people leverage contacts that we may have or people that we may know to advance their goals and what they're trying to accomplish in the community is really what we're trying to do. And we think that by putting our best foot forward and with good intentions, a lot of people will relate and they'll be attracted to it. And then all the other stuff is just on top of it.
Yeah, I concur with that. Like I say for what I do for a living, like artwork, it's kind of a hard career to sustain. But when I figured to shift my mindset and just focused on creating art, the money came later. You know what I mean? So I just focused on trying to perfect my craft, no matter what people said, no matter what it is that people are offered or any of that. Just kind of, drown out the noise and just focus on my craft and just trying to make art good for art's sake. Everything else just fell into place after that. So it's kind of like the same thing with Bidbird is we're just trying to create something and build it just for the sake of Bidbird. And then whatever comes after that comes after that. But hopefully it can be something that's valuable to somebody that's watching us or, just kind of seeing what we're doing. If they have any, questions or something that we can help others out with, that's just kind of the point and the focus of it is how we can help elevate others in what they're doing. And then just kind of go from there. I mean, who would have known that us three boys from Reno would all have our own businesses, our own things going on? We grew up struggling, you know what I mean? We grew up broke, and just that hustle mentality that keeps us hungry every day. That's what helps us continue to do what we do individually and now together as a partnership.
That's what's up. Yeah, it's huge. A little bit of background. A lot of people don't know that you guys were once a gang, right? Didn't you guys call yourselves the Kirby Crew?
Oh,
It was just it's called a band of brothers.
yes, that's what it was.
I'm just kidding.
We identify as a business.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. You got to ask yourself, am I going to compete with others or am I going to complete others? I think that's the way we should move nowadays, right? Are we going to compete with others or are we going to complete other people? Now, how can we add value to their lives, more or less? And I see that's what you three have combined your forces, your energy, and your, frequencies together to be able to complete other people. So that'd be a nice source for, your local community there in Utah, Salt Lake, and the surrounding areas to be able to tap into. That's what's up. That's huge, man. I wish more people would do that, think like that.
Yeah, and the whole competitive thing is like there's enough for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have a small mindset. You can't, think negative or I won't be able to do this or I won't be able to get this client or whatever. Like, nah, man, the sky's the limit. The only thing that could hold us back is ourselves. And so, we're just gonna be here to just get it because it's there. It's available for everyone. This is America.
Yep. That is true. That is correct, man. Jake, how was your week, man? How you guys been? Tech, how you been?
Good. I'm good, man. I had to go switch up my hat real quick.
Hey,
rocking some big.
Hey, I like that.
Given the
nice swag.
co-host we have on tonight.
mm-hmm.
I was looking for for my little Bidbird bag.
We lost your mic, Jake. I think you touched the cord. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Nah, we don't have you yet.
North Carolina.
Yeah, we lost your mic, brother. Maybe just reconnect it.
Should be good now.
Oh yeah, you good. Yeah, we got you. But yeah, man. Shoot, so how do we get more, like, before we started rolling, how do I get another fanny pack? Because somehow mine ended up missing when I went to Utah this last time.
No worries. We're gonna send you a special care package, Namoa. Bill's gonna oversee that project, so it'll be
Yes.
VIP, the whole kit and caboodle for you.
And can you stop by the guy down the bottom right? Can you stop by his house and steal half of the stuff that's in his room and send it to me too? I need all that alpha gear, all that alpha merch. Just come on over to Reno as well. But yeah, it's amazing, man. I talked to Bill briefly. I called him about maybe a week ago, right, Bill? I was talking to you. Called him for something, and he was just telling me what you guys were doing. I was like, man, that's powerful. You guys are combining your experiences and expertise and business and being an entrepreneur and having people be able to resource you guys for information. And that's huge, and like we say in this podcast, information changes things, man. It can change a lot. It can change your life if you have the correct information. So commend you guys, man. Keep going.
So if people wanted to reach out to you, what kind of information would you be able to give them? Like your guys'
If they want to reach
network?
out to us, they can hit us up on social media. I think hopefully there's a link on there that you can share with Bidbird on Instagram and Facebook. Whatever questions that they may have, or if they have questions on curiosity of what we're doing or what it is that they want to do with their life, whether it's wanting to become an entrepreneur or to start a business. Just kind of, just we'll be a resource for them to get plugged into whatever person that's in that type of specific profession that they're trying to do. So we'll be there to just kind of as a resource and help utilize our connections, I guess.
And it's for anything, just any kind of business or whatever they want to do.
Anything, I think anything goes. But whatever we can make connection with.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what's up.
one of the things is we won't always have all the answers, but what we're hoping to start this off is that we're letting people know that we're willing to put the groundwork in to try to help find an answer or a connection. The other part of that, though, too, is that as we continue to grow, we'll always have partnerships as well with other people that are in industries that might be interested in helping the same way we're trying to help the next generation, and getting them more information on what they're looking for, so it goes both ways.
Where can we get the gear? I think a lot of people are wondering that. If they're watching this video, they're gonna be like, dang, where can I get some of that gear?
So we're going to be dropping some really fresh Bidbird gear with our creative minds. We're going to be I've already done a few designs, but we're going to be putting out more. And then we're going to be blasting it all over social media, free marketing. And then if they want some gear, they can just go through me or Saw. And then we'll just, we'll get it out to them.
And they
That's one of the other benefits of partnering up is you can share that load. And so before it was always hard to create stuff and have it out consistent. And so being able to partner with these guys, we have big plans to basically have a mass unload of merchandise consistently into the market. Another place that people can go to here locally is at Oish Barber. So you can follow Oish Barber, the owner Lopi, on there is a relative, and he actually sells it out of the retail shop there for the Bidbird bags on there while we continue to climb. But he's been a good partner to help get our name out there as well.
So what does your shirt say, Spencer? Is that the new gear that's coming out?
This is just one of the ideas, it says polypreneur. And so it's one of the ideas that we've been toying around because that's kind of what we're trying to help encourage and give people an opportunity that want to explore that lifestyle of being their own entrepreneur with their ideas. So this one right here, obviously, we're using to kind of target our community. We think that we think it's for everyone, but we feel that if we start targeting the closest people to us, we can build a base off it. But yeah, this is one of the ideas that we've been talking about on should we keep pushing out the polypreneur line.
Heck yeah, dude, that's clever. That's a play on words. And dude, let me know. We'll send some to these models that we all know here. We can send some out to Veronica, Miss Diamond Lungy out to New Zealand and New Australia, and have them rock it, man. You got to make some shirts for some women too. Make some gear for them so that they can rock it. You send give me the shoot. You know what? I think I'm gonna be in Salt Lake this weekend. So if you guys have some merch ready, I can pick it up and we could actually just send it out from Utah. But yeah, man, that's shoot.
We'll get some together. The podcaster over there with all the OFA gear, he makes some of our shirts already. So we're gonna, if he can take the workload over there, one of those encouragers over there, we encourage him to make these shirts fast so we can give them to you when you get here.
Yeah, just send me the design.
That's what's up. Yeah, there's been a couple updates, man. A lot of people need to know that Tech makes some gear, man. He'd be printing all the gear whenever we have our retreats or we get together as a podcast. That dude be slanging some gear, some new gear for some fresh drip for us whenever we get together. So we need to get your website up there, Tech, so people can order from you.
Yeah, it's still building.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up. So, was there an example for you guys that helped you develop this idea? That like you download this off from the ether? Like, was there some examples of specific people or some movements that you guys seen that kind of triggered you guys to combine forces like this?
Honestly, I think it was just conversations at the mixing circle over and over, I think after you keep mixing for a while, you got to feel like the conversation is progressing towards some eventual end goal. And so, I think really the idea just came from we wanted to do something together. And then we were just saying, what value can we bring if we came together? What would make the most sense? Because like I said before, we all do different work and our schedules are super crazy. So to get us in a room at one time is pretty hard. But, I think at the end of the day, when we think about, because most of those conversations, we talk about our childhood, we talk about Reno and all the people that we grew up with and all the memories and things that come in. And so I think part of the idea was that as we went through all these trials and trying to figure out how to be successful in our own ways, we just felt that we can give that value back to the next generation and the people around us. I think that's just kind of how this all started.
And that's kind of similar to how we started. We started as a text thread. And then, each one of us, our group members, we're all like trying to get into business, trying to start our own thing. And then next thing you know, we just decided, hey, let's just do a podcast and talk about it. So we got pretty much similar stories.
That's probably like the biggest fear is not knowing if it's gonna evolve into something. And that's for me, that's that was something that always was in the back of my mind. Like, can I do this? Like, how much work am I gonna put in? And I feel like you get what you put in, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And just doing it. If like we were saying, Saul was saying, we talk about it enough. Like, we're at an age now. It's like, man, we're just doing it. Let's do it. You know, and that's what we're going for.
Yeah. One of the things that encouraged me to do my own thing and branch off and do my own business was I was tired of working for someone else. I hated your regular 9 to 5 job. I hated having to answer to people I didn't like. And so what I did was I self-educated myself with trying to change my mindset. I got into motivational things, listened to motivational podcasts, people that were successful, people that learned how to invest in themselves and their business, and then I just started to utilize that. So after learning all that through several years of working at my job, I always like envision myself doing like my own thing, like just working for myself, creating a business, creating a company that is came from me. You know what I'm saying? And so I started to create artwork with Bill Lewis. So like my company's Bill Lewis Art. And so with that company, I was able to just create artwork for art's sake. And then it caught like the attention of some of the biggest companies that are out here in America and all over the world. And I did that with no paid advertising. A lot of it just came from word of mouth and me not really promoting my face or how I look. I just wanted to promote the artwork. And so because I was able to promote the artwork, people started reaching out to me, these big Fortune 500 companies, these big tech companies, these big, huge companies, they reach out to me for work. And so that's been a blessing to just kind of just take something in my own hands from an idea and from envisioning it and making it tangible and making it come into fruition. And so it's the same thing with I feel like what Sa's idea, with Ula's idea, with trying to push Bidbird and what we're trying to do with it. We're just going to kind of use that same formula and just kind of build from there. Yeah.
Well, that's great advice because not everybody has so first of all, well, you developed a skill that became in high demand, right? So like advice for the younger listeners or the older ones that are still listening, that are still kind of thinking about this, you got to develop a skill set to the point where it's in demand, right? Whatever it may be, it can be anything, right? And some people need the encouragement. Not everybody's as brave as you, Bill, to be able to go out on your own and just do it. So I think that's some of the benefits of the brotherhood, of the circle. We talk about this quite a bit, but you can encourage others. That's what I love about this. I love about the encouragers. I love about you guys coming together. Sometimes people just need that nudge, right? For that first step. They've got the skill, but that first step into the unknown, right, is a little scary for some people, or maybe not scary. They just don't know where to go, right? So they just need somebody to kind of walk with them that first step. That's what I love about our group and what you guys are doing here.
Yeah, you conquered fear, man. Like everything worthwhile is uphill. Like there's nothing that we just slide into. Maybe some people slide in people's DMs, but anything worthwhile that's worth getting, we don't slide into it. We have to work our way up it. Everything worthwhile is uphill, and on the other side of your fear, on the other side of comfort, becoming uncomfortable, man. I don't know why we have to always become uncomfortable, but I wish there was a way where somebody just falls on our lap and we just can get it. But it doesn't. For some reason, this life here doesn't work like that. So commend you, Bill. Like, keep going, man. Like, for what you guys are doing, there's another side of fear that you guys have to accomplish. Like, what if, one of you guys gets sick, or someone has a different opinion or a different idea of how to move the company. That's another part of fear that can arise. But I think you guys have been through so much through your experiences. You guys have faced so much adversity. You're able to stand tall when you're hit with adversity. So I think that's another great thing about you guys combining forces. Ula has over a decade worth of working in his industry, right? So does Bill, and so does you, Spencer. So that's another great thing to be able to tap into, you three gentlemen, and to know that you guys have faced adversity. And then when you're hit with it, you won't be sliding back down the mountain. They can know that they can come towards you guys and be able to get some solid feedback, solid information, and keep moving forward. So that's what's up, man. That's a huge thing, man. Partnership, in order to grow your dream, you have to partner with people. It's not inclusive just by yourself. It's impossible to get your dream by yourself. And that's one of the underlying themes of encouraging people, is to encourage them to partnership.
Yeah, I think one of the key things we want to teach people or emphasize to people is to, not think small, not be stagnant. Don't just live a mediocre life or whatever it is, or just always want more, but not in the greedy sense, but want more for, your family, more for your future, more for yourself. When we kind of how we grew up, there we were around a lot of small-minded people, and it's discouraging when you're around small-minded people and that just always are in a rut and negativity. So, I appreciate encouragers, because you're out here to try to encourage our people, encourage anyone that's watching and trying to uplift people, and she's like, hey man, you could do literally whatever you want to do. It really just takes a lot of mind strength, and then a lot of first takes a lot of passion also. But if you want to just work hard, you literally can do whatever it is that you want to do. Not all of us want to be billionaires. Some of us do. But, if you can live a happy life of doing what it is that you love and what you're passionate about, then you've won. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. What's a 30-second elevator pitch? You meet someone in the elevator, and let's say it's everyone's favorite friend here, Bill Gates. Let's say it's Bill Gates, and you meet him in the elevator. What are you going to say to him to make him want to come on and invest in your company?
Or he says, "What's Bidbird?" He sees
what's
you're
Bidbird?
scared, and he says, "What's Bidbird?"
I'd probably tell Bill Gates.
Not what you really want to tell him. Tell him for the business. We're talking business here. What would you say?
I'd say Bidbird is a vehicle that people are able to use as resources to further their goals. So almost like a big brother support system, and it's all free.
What? Free?
Yeah. Well, as for the consulting part on it, now if we connect them with other people, it's what it is. But like you talked about before, it's all relationship. And so if you have someone that warm introduces you to the other person, usually they have that instant relationship that you introduce them to. So we're not going to charge for connecting people.
Say, hey, Bill. My name is Bill. No, but yeah, it's just same thing off a song. Just kind of, introduce what it is that we're trying to do. So,
Right on. Nice. Very cool. So, your website, your landing page will have connections to all your different businesses, right? Who you are. You're going to start pushing that out on social media then, as you guys are like a housing unit for information.
Yeah, it's almost like Angel's List is what I think of it, but a little bit different. The idea is so crazy that it's even hard to explain. It's still morphing into what it is. Um, like I said, I think the end goal, if we do a good job of messaging, it's a place where people can go and find other like-minded people or connections that can help them in their goals. I think if we were just to say it in a 15,000 foot view of what it is, but like I said, talking with Bill and Ula, it's such a crazy concept to us that we're still forming what Bidbird's going to be, if that makes sense.
And that's okay, man. And that's okay as long as you guys just keep going, going with it. Of course, it's gonna morph. It's gonna keep developing and honing in and becoming what it really is going to be. So yeah, just keep. That's part of business. That's part of adjusting and rolling with the punches, like we like to say, right?
Yep,
Yep.
just sculpting the statue as you go.
Yeah,
Tell
just
us
trying
a,
to build from something.
tell
You
us a
know,
little bit about like so Spencer, you were saying at the mix, you guys were starting to talk, and this kind of goes back to like the there's that saying that goes around that you're the sum of the closest five people around you, right? That so you either have people around you that are lifting you up or you're lifting each other up, right? That can be also it. Or you have people around you that are kind of stagnant, which is really bringing you down. So talk us through a little bit how all that developed.
Oh, like we were saying, like it's something that's still evolving. And it's something that Bidbird is that we're just acting on now. Like we're gonna start making moves with it. I can make connections. Like the same people that I would be coming across isn't the same people that Bill would be or Sal would be on a day-to-day basis. Like I'm gonna be focused on I come across like landscapers or concrete workers or people outdoor, you know. Bill's coming across artists all over, Sal with sales. So I think as far as what Bidbird is, it's something that we can connect with on different levels of work, and people in general. Just hearing them out, just everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has a background. Everybody can relate in a way where it's like, oh, I didn't think it was like this, or I'm not the only one that feels this way. So Bidbird is something that can give a voice to anyone really that's wanting to make their moves or get a jump start on what their passion is or what their career they're trying to get on.
yeah. So like what we all mentioned, it's just us getting together, just formulated ideas. And right now you guys are looking at Bidbird still in its infancy. And so it's something that we want to create and grow. And now we're just taking action on the ideas that we've talked and discussed about. Over a bucket of kava or through lunch, and this has been like years of talking about it. It's not like we just thought about it yesterday, but it's been a few years. And so it's something that we're finally trying to launch. People,
Yeah, I think it's time for
and
you guys
we're just
for
taking
another
it from
cup.
there.
Yeah.
From an idea to meetings to contracts and to now action.
I love that it came out of mixing. Like that's let's throw some
Doesn't
positivity on
everything
that
great
right
come out of
there.
mixing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying right there.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like Bill said, because we didn't want to be, I think with us having done business with other people and us being close, we didn't want just to assume things. So there's another thing that we could help get advice on is we treated each other like if we were meeting someone else that we didn't know on there. So, when we started working on this partnership, part of that also was drafting up equity contracts and ownership in the business and making everything legit. So it's black and white, as long as with the expectation of what we're going to bring to the table. So there's incentive to help push this through. So, it like Bill said, it's been a couple of years, but the moves that we made these last couple of weeks are official moves. And Bill was super excited with talking with Namoa encouragers about setting this up, because before we start launching everything, he wanted to do this podcast first on there. And so, grateful to be on here with you guys. And so this is kind of the official hoorah, like, hey, this is who we are. And from here on out, it's just going to be organized chaos.
That's what's up, man.
Organized
Launch
chaos.
day, baby.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming
Yes, sir.
on here, man. Because we want your level of exposure that we hear this. I know I don't know if we repeat this enough, but your level of exposure determines your level of success. And the more people can get exposure to how you guys are moving, how you're thinking, how your life experience went, expose them to that. I think it'll be a great, create a great great harmony and environment for your community there locally and abroad. You know what I'm saying? So keep going, man. Keep going. You guys are gonna go. It's gonna Bidbird to the world. You know what I'm saying? For reals.
To the world.
To the universe. Put a freaking satellite up in the
There you go.
Let's go, baby.
To SpaceX.
yeah. You guys are gonna do it. You guys are so talented. You guys are strong individual collectives, combining forces, strong men who care about your families, so super talented, super humble. You guys are 3 people that I know that you just put your heads down and you grind. When you say you're going to do something, you show up and you do it. And that's another thing you guys can share with people that you communicate with and you contact or come in contact with you guys. You guys are people that actually say what you're going to say and you do it, so that's another positive thing for people to contact and get involved with y'all. So I commend y'all, man. Bidbird to the
Thank you.
world, for reals.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be a reliable person.
yeah, reliable, honest, trustworthy, all those things. True 28 values, right? Oh,
There you go. Hey,
Troop 20. He was a troop what?
yeah. Well, 228, man.
It was troop.
yeah. Well, that was Troop 28. Shoot, we all were Troop 28.
Yeah, there was sometimes.
original.
Oh, no, yeah.
So if people wanted to contact you, they just jump on social media, slide in through the
Yeah.
DMs.
Yeah, for right now, just follow us on IG and Facebook.
Which is
We're gonna start. You'll start seeing a lot of rapid changes or updates on there with contact info, and then we'll streamline it down to us as we start to get rolling.
and it's just
IG?
Bidbird.
At IG or Facebook, or what's best?
Either or, it's the same. So we got Hootsuite, so it manages all of them. They come in as if you texted either one on there. But we'll also have Bill and Ula's IG tags in there too. So feel free to hit up any one of those, and we'll slowly organize it into one place.
So Bill's one, or Bill Lewis Art,
Yeah, Bill Lewis Art.
and mine's Bird's Eye View Tree.
Bird's eye view.
Bird's Eye View, yep.
Dang. And it's
You
just
guys can,
Bidbird, right? On social media, just
Isn't it
Bidbird.
Bidbird
Yeah.
underscore polypreneur?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. You guys should throw a link tree together so we can kind of find everything on your in your bios that you have on each one of yours. That way you guys can connect everything back and forth that way. So we can
Yeah.
see it in all one go.
Awesome.
Yeah, is there anything that you that we missed that you guys wanted to make sure to tell everyone and let everybody know that we might have missed talking? Anything else you guys like to add? Speak on.
Never limit yourself. Yeah. That's all I want to encourage. Never limit yourself.
Right on. That's a good point. Good point.
I had something come to mind, but I'm probably gonna slaughter it right now. But it's the same probably everybody knows it. If you want to go somewhere fast, you go alone. You want to go somewhere far, you go together. So let's get it.
Let's get it.
That's what's up.
Go somewhere far.
Man. Well, shoot, I'm super impressed by you three. I'm super impressed by you three. You know, I've been watching how you guys move and stuff, and I'm just individually from what you guys been doing, I'm super impressed and super honored and grateful to know you guys, man. You guys are just amazing, strong working individuals, and now that you guys are combining forces, that's powerful, bro. So commend you guys for that. Keep going.
Thank you.
Hey, and thank you guys. Thank you,
Yeah.
Namal. You know,
We'll see you guys.
and Jake and Tech. You know, you know, these guys. We always talk about you guys' podcasts, and there's a lot of information we like to watch and learn too. So even though we're out here and saying, hey, we want to be a resource to you, you know, you guys been a good resource to us. And so, you know, the good thing about it is we just keep partnering up and keep networking, and eventually we have 1 million people pushing the same way. And just imagine the type of legacy and impact we can have before we head on to the next whatever stage that ends up being.
When we phase shift. Oh man.
I just had one last question.
What's up?
Are you
Tex?
guys sponsored by Fanta and Skittles?
Yes. Coca-Cola is actually one of the partners that I partnered up with. They have some of my work that I've done with them. And so, yes, we're sponsoring them right now.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Thank you,
Chasers for
Skittles.
life. Chasers for life, man. That's what's up.
We're also sponsored by Kawakona,
Oh,
which is right here on the table.
that's what's up,
A little
man.
bit of inspiration.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to you guys' your posts, future movements. You know, we'll be looking forward to everything that you guys are doing and collaborating with. So, yeah, be sure to tap in with these three brothers and Bidbird moving forward, everybody. And man, we just thank you guys for being on with us, taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here and add value to our community. And anybody have anything else you want to share before we wrap it up? Closing? No? Jake?
Fire. Fire. Let's get a cup.
Get a cups.
Oh yeah, we'll take a cup with you.
That's what's up. As you guys do that, I'll have my kombucha with me. Take a sip of my kombucha. Yo, y'all tap in with kombucha, man. It's a real thing. It's been helping me out.
Kombucha is legit. Peanut your gut.
I gotta look into that.
Notice has been saying it kills his joint pain. I was like, what?
Yeah,
So
it helps
he
me.
has a kombucha and then he doesn't have any joint pain.
Yep.
That's what's up.
When I get the tingling sensation in my joints, do I pop in one of these kombucha bottles? Instead, it's helped me out because I stopped taking a leave. I used to take like 9, 10 a leave when I get these
That's awesome.
episodes.
Wow.
And now I just drink a bottle. Let me hear 473 milliliters or 16 ounces of kombucha. I just down it, and then like within an hour or two, my aches are gone. The pain, the tingling sensation that you get from having gout, dude, it goes away. It diminishes. It's
Man, let's get
Where do you get that from?
kombucha. Let's get kombucha on here real quick. That was a testimonial right there.
That was
for real. It's
I know somebody with that right now, gout.
yeah, man. I think we all do. But this is the
Yeah.
one that I drink and sip on is called GT's Synergy Raw Kombucha. It's 9 billion living probiotics inside of a bottle. So, and the one I enjoy the most is called Watermelon Wonder. Just down one of those bottles and I'm good to go. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's huge. I get probiotics too. I'm drinking kombucha as well, but when you think about all the food that's out there that we eat on a daily, it's like it clogs you up, and if you don't got probiotics to help push that through, man, it's not healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's another thing. If you guys are moving positively, like how you're doing, adding influence to the community, you got to maintain health, man, because we ain't nothing
Yeah.
without our health. And I just want to do a shout out to
Yeah.
Benji Tuipulotu real quick, our brother Benji Tuipulotu, for he's
Yeah.
one of the OGs of
Yeah.
Reno
Rest in
who just
peace.
recently passed. So, and his mom just recently passed not too long ago before him. But shout out to the Tuipulotu family here in Reno and abroad.
Olfatu.
Ofatu, man.
Olfatu.
So, I love you, Benji. We'll see you soon, brother. But yeah, just another great thing to talk about. You guys are moving expeditiously, but you also have to maintain a positive health mindset. So for those of you trying to do your thing, have health, man. Health is wealth, as we say.
There you go.
And it's tough with everything that's battling against us in this, especially living here in the United States. We have so much abundance, but then at the same time, we have different things that can limit our talents. Some of those things are food and the things we can consume. But I mean, Jake could speak on that. Like, just we could. That's a whole nother episode, another podcast. But just want to remind you three brethren, to provide and keep moving healthy with your lifestyles, your life. Something that I'm more focused and more coherent with what I intake into my body, to not only be able to move and do everything that I'm trying to add value to, but also to do this podcast and also be around for people, my wife, my family, So just another thing to keep in mind while we're moving and adding value to our community and our families, to focus on our health a little bit. So
That's true. Amen, bro.
Oh yeah,
That was like one of the things I texted to my sibling group chat was it almost seemed like we're not dying of old age anymore.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird. I know Jake, man, that's when we have things we need to health wise, I go to Jake. He plugs me in with all the things that I need to be doing. So, I mean, but yeah, it's super important. Super, super, super important.
Yes, sir.
But again, all of you here listening with us on this episode, y'all tap into these three brothers, hit them up, use their resources, their experience that they've had with their individual businesses and now as a collective in Bidbird. So appreciate y'all for being on. This is the Encouragers. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please spread the word, and you guys have a great week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right.
All right.